Hey there gamers, DreamcastGuy here, talking today about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet because we now have a technical breakdown. We have official confirmation that these are literally the worst running Nintendo Switch games ever. They have the lowest frame rates, the most glitches, the worst resolution. Straight up, these are the most bottom tier first party Nintendo games of all time. And it's still just so baffling, but I want to take a look at a newly released technical analysis and really look at the raw numbers. What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Really quick, tomorrow is Thanksgiving and this is an American holiday where we sort of express our thanks. We sort of talk about the things that are the most important to us, who make our lives better. And genuinely, I love you guys very, very much. This channel blowing up, all the likes and subscribes, all the nice comments and stuff. You guys make every single day extremely fun. But now, let's dig into the Poke drama. I've actually been incredibly upset about the low quality of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet because honestly, I assumed they would be fantastic. Pokemon Legends Arceus, which obviously just came out like 9 months ago, did completely blow my mind. I think everybody, since we first played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 6 years ago, a lot of us just kept thinking the very obvious statement. What if we combined Pokemon with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? What if we got that open world experience? And Arceus got us close to that, and somehow we have a big step down with what we got in Scarlet and Violet. And now we have confirmation of that. So this is a newly released video over on YouTube, obviously, by Digital Foundry. Now, Digital Foundry are absolutely the unquestioned authority of technical breakdowns. These people actually have special tools that allow them to measure exact frame rates, resolutions, every single bit. And as you can see here, the game runs incredibly bad. It looks like in most cities, it runs at about 22 frames a second. And a lot of the bigger areas, it runs at like sometimes even lower than that. You can see here, look, this windmill runs at 30 FPS when you're standing near it, 7 FPS as you step away, and all the way down to 2 frames a second. Let me just turn this so you can see this wonderful, amazing windmill. Look at that. That's 30 FPS, 7 FPS, 2 frames per second. My God. Even now looking at this is just baffling. Look at this. This flag will actually fluctuate here at 7.5 frames per second. But if you take a couple steps back, it becomes 0 frames a second. It stops. People constantly glitch out in the cities so that sometimes people run at 10 frames a second. Sometimes they run at below that. Here's all the people in the classroom. I've talked about this before in another video. It's crazy, but in settings like this person here and this person here, these two classmates are running at 60 frames a second. Every other person in this room is running at, for some reason, 5 frames a second. Look at this. It's insane to me that this game passed certification, that this actually got approved. God, this just looks so bad. But specifically, what kind of intrigued me about this video, gosh, oh my God, the glitchiness is just so unbelievably cringe. The part of this that I was most curious about, though, specifically, is the comparisons to Pokemon Legends Arceus. In my preparation for Scarlet and Violet, of course, I decided to try and replay a bunch of older Pokemon games. I went through stuff like the original games. I still love Gen 1 a lot. It's cool to see Pikachu, and my favorite Pokemon is still Mewtwo. But I was very, very enamored with the technical specifications of Arceus. I thought the art style, obviously feudal Japan, is such an interesting twist, and graphically it did kind of blow me away. But you can now see on an actual technical level, now I've ever so slightly sped this video up. We're going to put this back down to normal speed here. You can see at normal speed, Arceus literally runs better. Arceus literally, not just from like a technical detail, people run at a better frame rates, the resolution on trees, textures, background assets, all of this runs better. Look at that. It's crazy. This game came out the same year. Oh my God, look at this. gosh, even this is an interesting one. In the main village, there's these beautiful water wheels. Wow, they look really, really good. Arceus, of course, taking that big old W. Even in the background, moving away from objects. Scarlet and Violet are completely, in my opinion, this is unforgivable. The fact that Pokemon Company decided to just Game Freak decided that this was up to quality. Okay, we can all agree that Arceus is worthy of the Pokemon name, and then right after it, we get a game that runs so badly. Like, God, I'm so glad they did such a specific laser focus on this, that even games like Breath of the Wild has technical problems here and there. Breath of the Wild runs, looks, plays everything better than Arceus, and it came out 6 years ago. And you know what? People are still compiling the fact that there's just so many glitches. Every single corner of Pokemon Violet and Scarlet is just straight up, it's glitchy. It's unfinished. Like, I have talked to some people inside the industry, and they kind of believe that this is a Nintendo problem more than anything else. Not the specifications of the Switch, but it does seem like Pokemon just needed to release. It seems like, oh God, it seems like what happened here is that Nintendo was like, all right, we need our big holiday seller. We need that big, huge marquee game that's going to make people want to grab a Nintendo Switch and a game for this holiday season. And they just told them, hey, you got to release Pokemon. I don't care how undone it is. I don't care how bad the frame rate is. I don't care how unfinished every single animation is. You just need to release it. Oh, God. Every glitch, I will admit, these glitches crack me up. I keep just seeing all over Twitter glitches that don't even make sense. How is this lady's eyes bugging out of her head? How does this glitch even happen? You know what? I'm going to say it. Game Freak knew this game was broken. Game Freak absolutely 1,000,000% ripped you off. If you bought this game, Game Freak knew what they were selling you. This is not an accident. This wasn't some accidental miscommunication. They 1,000,000% have known for months that this game was broken. They have known for months that it's unoptimized, glitchy, completely broken in certain aspects. I mean, you can straight up fall through the world and break yourself. They knew this. They sold it to you knowing that it is an incomplete garbage fire. This sucks. And I feel like it's making people hopefully wake up. None of these companies are your friend. Even if you love God of War, even if you love Halo, even if you're utterly obsessed with Pokemon, you need to realize these companies, if they can get away with scamming you, they're absolutely going to do it. They're absolutely going to try and sell you the biggest crap fire they possibly can for the highest amount of profit. If this game even had a couple more months of polish, I guess, to me personally, this is what frustrates me the most, is that I like the idea of Scarlet and Violet. I do think this open world Pokemon, this balancing, these new Pokemons we're even getting to see, a lot of them are very, very good. If they had dropped this in the spring or in the summer, honestly, it still would have sold so much, but that's just not enough for Nintendo. They need to have their big holiday game. Nintendo clearly launched this completely aware of how disappointing of a project it's going to be. I think this seriously hurts the Pokemon brand. I mean, now, personally, I don't think they're even going to patch this very much. I think they're going to fix this somewhat. We are not going to have a cyberpunk situation. They're not going to do a series of mega patches that fix the glitches and the frame rate. This is pretty much it. I think they're probably going to try and fix the tiniest, most grievous of errors. But knowing Game Freak and knowing the Pokemon Company, all the developers that launched this incredibly buggy game are already working on the next. They are being forced by Nintendo, by the higher-ups. They are full speed ahead on the next Pokemon game. And you know what? You just got to deal with that. Hopefully in 3 years when the next one comes out, it's more polished. But I highly, highly, highly doubt it. But what do you guys think? Are you excited about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet being here? Are you excited about whatever the heck this was? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, and tell me what you're eating for Thanksgiving. Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and also keep dreaming. All right, I'm definitely not going to do a video tomorrow. Well, maybe. We'll see. 99% chance no video tomorrow. Hanging out with the girlfriend's family and eating a pile of turkey. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.